Hey everybody, Tim Doyle here with my faithful dog Chico. Hey, sorry we missed you at the breakfast this year. Quite a bummer. I loved seeing all of you every single year, and we just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it was awesome. So sorry we missed you this year, but we're going to be back next year, I promise. And but in the meantime, listen, hey, don't forget about all the great work that the foundation's doing at the Cancer Center. They're still doing all the great programs. They're still taking good care of our patients there. So don't forget about them. Keep the money flowing. In the meantime, I'm going to hit the road until next year. So, hey, don't forget about the foundation. Thank you all for all that you've done over the years. And, hey, I'm going to send it back to the girls in the foundation office. We'll see you next year.
Well, thanks, Tim. You stay safe out there on those roads. Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth McLaughlin, the Executive Director of the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation, and I'm so happy to be with you this morning. These last 3 months have been challenging. I know they've been challenging for all of you. They've been challenging for the many small businesses in our community, and they've certainly been challenging for those of us who are tasked with the very important duty of fundraising. You know, when we first decided to postpone our breakfast in April, we thought, gosh, okay, by June 9th, it's so far away, we'll be able to gather everyone together in the convention center. No problem, no worries. But as that date became near and close, we realized that we were going to have to pivot and make a change. And I want to say thank you to the over 500 of you who are tuning into this live link this morning to celebrate and to recognize the importance of world-class cancer care in our community. I want to first thank our sponsors, starting with our amazing presenting sponsor, Leidos and Sentara Group. Here to speak on their behalf is Bob Wilkinson of Mission Support Alliance, delivering the sponsor message for this morning's presentation.
Hello, Bob Wilkinson, Mission Support Alliance, and proud sponsor for the 10th year for the Tri-Cities Cancer Center fundraising breakfast. We're really proud to be a sponsor of this and help represent our community. Cancer has affected so many people in so many ways, whether that's your parents or your siblings or someone you know that's just been devastated by it. And we're so honored to be truly blessed to provide support into this community, and what an honor and a tribute to be able to do that and continue to do it for the 10th year in a row. Leidos and Sentara Group being a key sponsor for that, and just wish everybody the best in these changing times, and proud of the Cancer Center's ability to pivot in this unknown future and what we got going on, to be able to still continue to do this fundraising breakfast and continue to bring to the community so much in the form of compassion and helping to help folks achieve in cancer and ultimately to crush cancer. So wish you all the best.
Bob, thank you so much. I want to say, first of all, thank you to MSA for their many years of support, and now to Leidos and Sentara Group, who've picked up that wonderful tradition. Because of these generous sponsors, we can ensure that all of these funds today that we raise are going to go directly to helping patients and their families in this community fight cancer. And I think that that's so fantastic. You know, we couldn't be able to put on this event without sponsors, and I want to say thank you to all the sponsors who partnered together this morning to actually raise almost $40,000 in funds to kick off this great breakfast. Those are matching funds, so for every dollar you donate today, one of those sponsor dollars is going to match your contribution. Our goal today is to raise $100,000 and to support our patients, and we really hope that you're going to be able to join us in making that contribution. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. First of all, Kadlec, our wonderful member hospital who has continued to partner with us for over 25 years of crushing cancer in our community. CH2M Hill Plateau Remediation Company, Baker Boyer, NeoGenomics, Nuclear Care Partners, Umpqua Bank, and Babcock Services. Like I said, these wonderful sponsors, including Leidos and Sentara Group, have raised almost $40,000 to help kick off this morning's breakfast. And we can't wait to see what you can do to help us in making sure that no one in this community fights cancer alone. I want to share a message from our wonderful Foundation Board President and Cancer Center Board Treasurer and Secretary, Phil Gallagher. Phil?
Hi, I'm Phil Gallagher, Tri-City Cancer Center Foundation President. COVID-19 has changed many things about how we live, but has not changed how cancer affects our lives. Cancer treatment continue, and the need for the foundation to support our patients and their families has never been greater. The money we raise will go a long way to making the lives of the patients and their families more comfortable. This persistent present drives the foundation to be more creative in how it provides the support, but it hasn't changed our commitment or our focus. Please give and give generously. The following words have never been more relevant than they are today. Unless people like you care a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Phil. I know we have so many caring people in our community that are watching today. I want to talk a little bit about the Cancer Center. I think one of the themes for this morning's breakfast has been pivot. And we've done a lot of that over the last couple months. One of the things that we've done to ensure that our patients and their family members are kept safe, as well as our staff, has moved a part of our workforce to telework. And I can tell you what, we miss our friends. I think about the amazing people that we get the pleasure to work with every single day in our clinic who are doing so much on behalf of patients. And it just makes me smile because they're doing so many important things. We've had to deal with our own COVID scares at the Cancer Center. We've had patients who've been infected. We've had caretakers that have been infected. We've had to watch people deal with family members who've possibly been exposed. And I'm so proud of this amazing team because together we were able to overcome so many challenges that really would have put us behind. But we were reminded that we had to keep up with this fight against cancer. So I wanted to share a video. It was actually an internal video that we made early on for our working staff at the office, our on-site staff, from our telework staff, just to say thank you. And part of the reason why I wanted to share this morning is really to show you all what an incredible team we do have at the Cancer Center. We're like a family, and we don't take that term lightly. We miss each other. We miss being able to get together and to share things like potlucks in our wellness center and staff meetings. And while we really want you to know that of all the things that we're doing to help out our cancer patients, I also really want to recognize our work staff from home and say thank you to our staff that is working on site. So I hope you enjoy this little video that we put together earlier on, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
Know the road gets hard, and you just wanna leave. I ain't never too far. Just have a little faith in me. When all the fears you had are all you can believe, oh, I'll be standing by your side. Just have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Just have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Just have a little faith in me. Have a little faith. Have a little faith. Have a little faith. Have a little faith.
When you don't know who you are, I will find you so easily. Don't you worry, whenever you need me, have a little faith in me.
Have a little faith in me. Just have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Just have a little faith in me. Have a little faith.
Faith in me.
Have a little faith.
Faith in me.
Have a little faith.
Just have a little faith in me. Let me shine and radiate with your love and light and help me make any change I can in this world today. To show me the way.
Well, now that you've gotten to see just a little bit of our world-class team, I want to share some videos with you from many of our staff that are going to talk a little bit about the ways that we've continued to deliver service through this challenging time. You know, it was just a few months ago that we didn't know the words like social distancing. And I can tell you, I've never, ever used a Zoom meeting before March of this year. But because of all these wonderful things, we all were able to add some additional skills, draw on some great creativity, and continue to serve our patients. You know, the one thing that we continue to be reminded of is cancer wasn't canceled because of COVID-19. We still continue to have over 60 patients a day that are coming in for treatment for radiation therapy, and even more so who need additional support from services like our social workers, our resource center, some of our wonderful support groups, and all the other things that we get to do. I have just been mostly pleased to just to see some of the new programs that we've been able to establish, like our Dine-In program that Tara's going to tell you a little bit about. So I wanted to share with you just kind of a brief grouping of some of our amazing staff who are going to tell you all about all of the great things that we've been able to do during this challenging time because of your support. I also think we have a fantastic board member and cancer survivor. They're going to share us their story too about how Warrior Sisterhood has made some adjustments to continue supporting their patients. So I hope you enjoy these great stories straight from our Tri-Cities Cancer Center family.
Hi, my name is Joan Stewart, and I've had a key role here at the Cancer Center for the past 5 years, bringing forth educational opportunities for community, for patients, even some for our physicians and clinical associates. The public education part has been very rewarding. We gather people together in a room, and we often have food or refreshments, a lot of live interaction. COVID-19 kind of put the brakes on that. We can't gather together in the Wellness Center as a group and have group discussions. So we're having to build a whole new world because the information we bring forward has always been pertinent and relevant, and we try to keep it that way, refreshing it as we go. But how do I do that? How do we do that as the Cancer Center? How do we get this message out there to the public in a timely fashion, as I said, with pertinent and relevant material? So we've had to come up with some new avenues. And one of them I've just learned, very exciting, is a Vimeo program that we'll be able to use here at the Cancer Center with our speakers that we hand select and help them with their content and getting their message professionally put out by a Vimeo program. And that Vimeo program would allow the public to join the educational session from a distance, to pose questions, have a question and answer session, put chat messages up. And if I'm right, I might be able to put these in a library where we can access them later. Can you imagine going onto our website and seeing a whole selection, a library selection of Vimeos from our local providers and professionals on how our cancer patients and their families can get through this journey at their best and at their strongest and with love and support. So we need your love and support to help put this new future together, finding a new way to deliver our message and this important material to those that need it. I'm really looking forward to it, and I look forward to hearing back from all of you on what you think of it or how we might improve going forward.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Olero with the Warrior Sisterhood and a Tri-City Cancer Center Foundation board member. I'm here to talk about what we've been able to do to pivot during COVID-19 to help support our Warrior Sisters during this difficult time. During this time, we've been able to safely provide chemo bags to our members. COVID also presented a challenge for us when it came to our member meetings. So what we were able to do is set up Zoom meetings on a bi-weekly basis that helped us stay connected with our membership and has proven to be a very valuable tool. I want to thank everyone who's able to donate this morning. Your donation helps continue our program survive during this difficult time and throughout the rest of the year.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Sue Mandel, the medical director here at the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. I want to thank you all for tuning in during this COVID pandemic where we couldn't all meet together for breakfast. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we're doing during this COVID pandemic as far as patient safety and how we're performing follow-ups. So we have a physician's assistant, 3 physicians, as well as our survivorship clinic nurse practitioner, and we are continuing to see patients using telehealth. This is a way to connect via the internet with patients to give them advice, to evaluate any symptoms they might have, and to give follow-up without any interruptions in their care. So during this crisis, we are making sure we are following all of the safety precautions. As people walk into the office, we're taking temperatures, we're asking them if they've had any contact with someone who has COVID or whether they have any symptoms before having them come in. And remember, cancer has not stopped during this crisis, so we are continuing to treat patients appropriately. So again, I want to thank you for your attention, and we still need your financial support in taking care of all of our patients.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Ken Gamboa, Director of Marketing for the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. Thank you for joining us this morning. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our exciting program we started in 2019. We are providing cooking classes for our community as part of our Cancer Crushing Cuisine program. These classes are hosted down at Red Mountain Kitchen in Kennewick, and we are excited to partner with Red Mountain Kitchen and the amazing chef Kyle Thornhill with Tsunami Catering. In 2019, we held 3 in-person classes at Red Mountain Kitchen in downtown Kennewick, and those in-person classes touched about 90 lives. So we're very excited to continue the program in 2020. And as you know, due to safety measures, we've changed the structure of these classes. We actually are providing them virtually. We started online virtual classes, cooking from home, in May, and we'll continue those classes throughout the rest of the year. We hand deliver ingredients for those that participate to make it easy and safe for anyone to participate. We're excited to continue that program for the rest of the year. We want to thank everybody for joining us this morning and learning more about the exciting things we've got going on in the Cancer Center. We know that this is a challenging time for many people, and the changes we've had to make are to make sure that we continue to provide the necessary resources and information to our community to ensure we continue to fight cancer. We hope you will join us in making a donation this morning.
Hello, my name is Lori, and I'm a part-time social worker here at the Cancer Center. I wanted to give a shout out to all my friends and the volunteers. We miss you tremendously, and we hope to be back together soon. I wanted you to know that your Tri-Cities Cancer Center is doing everything they can to make sure that cancer patients in our community are still being supported during this time of isolation. Some of the ways we're keeping our patients safe and still ensuring they have all the resources they need is we've been able to gather items from our resource center and library and put them in bags and take them outside where they can just drive by in their car and pick them up. We had a great program called Kids Connection that due to social distancing, we haven't been able to get together. So right now we're creating boxes that will have fun items for children and educational things that their parents can spend time with them, read to them, and talk to them about their cancer diagnosis. So some of the items in the Kids Connection box that I was just talking about are a kid's book about cancer. This is a great way. A lot of times parents don't know how to talk to their kids about their cancer diagnosis, and this is a real easy book for kids to read and get a better understanding of what their loved one is going through during cancer treatment. Another item that we love to give the kids during Kids Connection is this little fluffy cell right here. And this just kind of talks to the kids. It shows them what a healthy cell is and then a cancer cell. and parents are able to sit and talk to their kids about the cell a little bit. This helps them have a better understanding. As a social worker, it's really important to me that I connect with my patients. One of the ways I'm doing this now is just follow-up phone calls, talking to them once or twice a week, just to make sure that they're doing well emotionally, and most importantly, making sure that they have all the resources they need and that there are no barriers to care. I wanted you to know how important your donation is to the Cancer Center. As a social worker, I can see firsthand that the things that our patients receive because of the money that you've donated, and I appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Tara Divers, Donor Relations with the Foundation, and I wanted to share with you today a program we started during COVID-19 called Dine In. So every Friday, we have been sending our patients home with a meal from a local cancer crushing restaurant. Back in March, when the stay-home order started, we were thinking of ways that we could help our patients and our restaurants, two groups of folks that have been hit extra hard with, our patients are immune compromised and, fearful of what that looks like during a pandemic, and, our restaurants, who we all know have faced massive closures and business loss. So we got to thinking, what can we do? What can we do to really help both these groups? So we came up with a plan to ask our community if they would buy each of our cancer patients a meal for $30. And oh my gosh, boy did you guys rally. So our original goal was to feed 500 meals. And by the end of June, we will have fed over 600 meals to cancer patients. And in turn, we've actually put about $20,000 back into our local restaurants as well. So it's been amazing. So thank you so much. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how important this program has been. And we may not have realized how much meal service to patients really was a need in our cancer center until COVID. But, when someone brings you a meal when you're sick or feeling down, it just really brightens your day. It makes you feel just a little bit better. And it's just a bright spot. And we've been able to do that for our patients, which is just amazing. One of my favorite stories about coordinating this whole dine-in program was I was speaking with a particular restaurant, and they provided meals on a Friday, and the following week they had so many calls and handwritten thank you notes from our patients, just telling them how delicious the meal was and how grateful they were. So, I know that we're filling a need. We're helping restaurants. We're helping our patients, and we're currently looking at ways that we can extend this program to be not just a COVID thing, but something that we can do year-round, 52 weeks a year, every single Friday. So, I also just want to thank you for your support. I'm humbled to be able to work on such an important service and a unique service for our cancer patients. Thank you.
Thanks, Team Tri-Cities Cancer Center. So glad you were able to share all these wonderful stories of change and how we've been able to continue to support our patients during this time because of the wonderful support of donors just like you guys that are watching this morning. I want to talk a little bit about the Cancer Center. I know there's probably been a lot of questions about things like our ownership and our donor dollars and things that have come up over the past 6 to 12 months. As you have seen many changes that have happened because of some switches in our hospital ownership throughout the community. I wanted to first off assure you that the Tri-Cities Cancer Center continues to be here for all cancer patients in our region, regardless of where they receive treatment. So as you continue to make these contributions, we're going to continue to serve people so that we can make sure that we continue to have world-class healthcare. We're so blessed and lucky to continue partnering with Kadlec, and we're so grateful to them that they've continued to stay in the Cancer Center and support the Cancer Center. Nonprofit healthcare is such an important part of our society. Our ability to generate contributions from the community that make our program stronger, that make our technology better, that make everything and everyone a little bit healthier in this community, I think is one of the most important parts about this great partnership between Kadlec and the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. I hope that you all know that as you continue to make contributions, they'll continue to build the programs that we have for everyone who is dealing with a cancer diagnosis. So many of us in the community have been touched by cancer. And in fact, I really don't know anyone who doesn't know someone who hasn't had to fight this devastating disease. But because of your contributions, we can ensure that people won't fight cancer alone. You know, we have been we were one of the first in the Pacific Northwest to purchase outstanding technology like the EDGE linear accelerator that we have in our facility. This last year, we added a new CT. We've also expanded our programs, opened up a fantastic spa thanks to our Warrior Sisterhood support. And we've been able to continue to provide world-class treatment through our fantastic physicians and support staff each and every single day. And because of your investments in the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation, we've made an incredible impact throughout the community through things like our Cancer Crushing Cuisine cooking classes, teaching people how to eat healthier, our amazing outreach for the FIT screenings, helping people detect colon cancer in the privacy of their own home, and our continued commitment to providing world-class screenings and world-class education through our Cancer Crushing Executives program. So many things that the Cancer Center does touches so many lives. And I want you to know that as we continue to provide world-class treatment and survivorship, we are also so focused on the early detection and the prevention of cancer. Our programs are aimed at stopping cancer in its tracks. And we can only do that through the investments that you've made in our programs. Please, I hope you consider making a contribution this morning. It makes such a difference in the lives of people who've been touched by cancer, as well as people whose lives may never be touched by cancer because of your contributions. We hope that you will join us in making a contribution this morning to provide world-class cancer care in our community. We're so thankful for the investments that you've made over these past 25 years. And because of that support, we've been able to invest over $20 million back into this community in the form of programs and services aimed at fighting, preventing, and early detection of cancer. You have made that difference. You have changed people's lives, and you have saved countless lives in our community from a devastating disease. Thank you so much for everything you've done, for everything you will do, and for everything to come for this Tri-Cities Cancer Center. We promise you that we'll continue fighting against cancer in this community. First-class team, world-class cancer treatment you deserve. We're your Tri-Cities Cancer Center.